All ball TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
We live.
Big Flea. Never the little one.
Are we live?
Big Flea.
Are we live?
Big Flea. Never the little one.
I gotta fix that so that they don't let me do what I want to do on here, man. You know what time it is, baby. Fabian Perspective in the building. You heard what it is, Big Flea.
Never the little one. I'm here, y'all. What up? What up?
Stop playing these games. Knicks Rehab. This is what we come and we congregate like cheers. Everybody knows your name. You in the comments, we shout you out. I don't care if you hating, saying we clickbaiting, whatever it is that you saying. I'm not scared of none of y'all, man. DJ Films, I peeped it. I'm addressing everything. Because it helps at the end of the day. Nah, don't go to hell. We in hell already if that's the case. Come with me.
We in hell already.
You talking about? You see the thumbnail, salary capping. It might be a little capping going on. What you want me to do? You sitting there having what kind of conversations? Huh? What kind of conversations you having about the Knicks? These dandy flandy ones? You guys just all of a sudden picked up the salary cap Bible and you know how the salary cap works and you work for no team. They work for no teams, Flea. These guys are geniuses.
Go off, bro. I'm gonna keep quiet till you summon me. Go crazy. Go crazy.
I love it though, because what can we do? And they put me onto a new channel. Shout out to Rawhide, whatever his name is. I'm gonna pull your video. If you copyright claim me, no problem. I just buffer that off my channel. No worries. But I shout everybody out because what can we do? We come here to exchange information. That's what this is about. This is about feeling at home and feeling like a Knicks fan, a real fan. See, the real fandom for me is, and Flea knows it, Flea, the former basketball player, very humble. You would never know he played ball. You would think he was singing and crooning R&B hits in the early 2000s. That's what he looks like. But in reality, he would have been busting, you know what? I'm 41.
Hashtag do your homework. That's it. That's all I got for niggas from now on. Anybody ever want to question if I ever touched the basketball, if I ever did anything athletic, if I was ever good? Hashtag do your homework. That's all I got. No, I didn't make it to the league. No, I didn't play high Division I, but I played at a high level, a lot of basketball. Division II player, highly successful on the high school level. So I ain't here toot my own horn talking, living my, in high school, what happened to you, homie? Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me. But you would never know because I ain't going to never talk like I was like that. But a lot of y'all in the comments, for y'all, I was like that.
And for me, that happened to me in high school. I wasn't like that. I was trash. But I talk like I was I'm Michael Jordan out here. You crazy? Because we all are fans. That's what it is. That's why we call the Knicks Rehab. Do you understand? All ball himself was sitting there going, we got to talk about the Knicks more. People want to hear us talk about the Knicks. That's what we do. How do we come up with a name? Came up with a list of names overnight. Looked up to see if anybody had Knicks Rehab. Nobody had it. Perfect name. The name is the dopest Knicks podcast name out there. Nobody has a better name. What are you talking about? Knicks Rehab. We rehabbing every time we take a loss. We rehabbing with you, muckety mucks. Can't even say the word.
Let me do it.
You mother lovers, don't do it. Don't do it, Flea. It's too early in I think 7 minutes and you can't curse and you already broke that law. But whatever. Hopefully, I'm 41. Excuse me. Are we live?
Big Flea. Never the little one. No V-neck today. Good job. That looks freshly washed. Looks good. Looks like it just came out the pack.
You know what's crazy to me, man? Because the V-necks, then I got the fresh ones, and y'all still were like, nah, it's dingy. I'm like, nah. And it was even a Calvin Klein one, so I'm like, the only V-necks that do work
And he
All
moved
my
away from Haynes, y'all. He moved away from the Haynes and ran and got him a CK joint. The CK joint got this shit on the bottom that says Calvin Klein, or the new
yeah,
joints that say CK.
and I got my Tommy Hill joints. Listen,
Heard you. Heard you.
but y'all don't like those. You don't like those. You actually like my other ones. We're not shouting out brands no more. So you give us brand deals.
Word.
I
Swoop
ain't telling you what the
necks.
best V-neck is. Yeah, yeah.
Swoop
I ain't
neck.
telling you what this is.
DB, what up, DB?
Any hoot. Any hoot is a crazy word.
It's wild. It's wild. It's wild. Big shout out to Thrilly. Big shout out to Thrilly. Will. I saw Will today. Will was live on Instagram, and I was just moving around scrolling. I jumped into a live session that Will was having with another brother. They was doing a Thrilly had a dope 1999 NBA Finals hat on, black and blue with the orange on it. It was nasty. It was nasty. So big shout out to our guy Thrilly, aka Will. Big shout out.
Shout out to him. Shout out to him. Um, See, and that's the other thing about this. Going back to the latest Knicks rumors, the latest one has them going after Cat again, the same kind of talk. But I did want to get to this comment. I'm trying to see how I can post it best.
But wait, Fabian, before we get in our bag, we got to spend at least 5 minutes on paying homage to the logo, paying homage to a basketball god, a basketball lifer, a grandfather, great grandfather in this game that we love so much, Jerry West. Jerry West just passed away today, y'all. I'm sure y'all heard the news. 82 years old, I believe. Not sure the circumstances of the passing, but I think for a guy like that who unfortunately had to pass on, he lived a hell of a life. Contributed to the game of basketball in so many different ways, as a player, as a coach, as an executive, as a dot connector like Fabian. Like, he did so much for the game of basketball, and it was only right that I think we pay some homage to Jerry West.
To the logo himself.
To
I
the
don't know if I'm
logo,
stepping
man.
on.
To the logo, man. Touched
I'm
so
holding.
many different things. So many different things. So many different lives. Like, people today, like, if you ask my dad, right, he's more familiar with Jerry West as the player, right? If you ask somebody a little younger, they may be familiar with Jerry West as the coach. And then you ask somebody a little younger, and all people are familiar with is Jerry West signing Shaq and drafting Kobe Bryant, right? Like, so there's so many iterations of Jerry West building that Memphis team, right? Going and grabbing Hubie Brown. Who the hell? Hubie ain't coached in a damn decade. He went and grabbed Hubie, like, Hubie, help me. I need your help. Pau Gasol, they make that team a playoff team, right? Like, it's so many different iterations of Jerry West, even currently, right before he passed away. So I just wanted us to take a moment, for real, to pay homage to a goat, to a god, to the basketball royalty, definitely.
Man.
So that was a built-in moment of silence. I appreciate that, Fabian.
You know how we do. We work as Professor X.
Yeah, yeah.
I think shout out to Dom Dropper, one of the young guys who knows exactly. He knows Jerry West's game more than safe to say me and you. Safe to say
I would agree. Dom is definitely invested in the game of yesteryear, which I love that Dom, spends time learning that stuff. Everybody is not committed to the game enough to say, I'm gonna do the homework all the way up until present. This dude, our brother Dom, is mid-20s, right? And he's doing the homework all the way back into the inception of the NBA, all the way up until now, right? That takes a level of discipline. that takes a level of humility too, because Don won't insert himself in conversations that he doesn't feel comfortable talking about. A lot of us are just going to talk because we want to be a part of the conversation. So big shout out to Don for, doing the real work. And he's chronicling his journey too. So big shout out to our brother Don.
That's why, see, I went back and I wanted to watch Muhammad Ali and make sure, like, all right, was he, what is it about him, right? So I watched George Foreman versus Joe Frazier, Ernie Shavers fights against a bunch of guys.
That's a hard-hitting motherfucker right there, boy.
Ernie Shavers, mother lover. Ernie
Mother lover,
Shavers, that's the biggest, like for me, in my lifetime, the biggest fight we didn't see for me personally was Roy Jones Jr. and Bernard Hopkins the second time 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That was right in the
we
70s.
Needed that. We needed that.
That was 60-40. I whoop yo. In the 70s, Roy Jones had a classic line. In the 70s,
yes, very classic.
It's the fight that was missed out on. I'm too young for that, but I just saw watching these fighters. I ask all the older guys, why didn't we see George Foreman versus Ernie Shavers? They never fought. And they both individually fought the other guys. Anyway, the point is I end up watching everything just to lead up. I wanted the last video for me to watch that day or that week was Muhammad Ali versus George Foreman, Rumble in the Jungle. And then as soon as Muhammad Ali gets on the screen and he's walking around the ring, oh, I get it. He looks like a glitch. He just looks like a star. Like Floyd Mayweather looked the same way, had a glow. Michael Jordan has a glow. They have a glow. LeBron game 1 versus the Golden State Warriors when he had the 50-point game and J.R. Smith game. He looked like he was different than everybody else to me. Just this presence about him.
Superhuman.
But just there's also the it factor, the je ne sais quoi.
Mm-hmm. Je ne sais quoi. Love that word.
Je ne sais quoi. LeBron has that. He had it in that moment because remember, this is him getting past whatever. But that's what Dom is doing with basketball. Like he'll say, "Oh, I get it now with Walt Clyde Frazier." By the time he gets to Walt Clyde Frazier, he already watched the 1960s and he goes, "Yo, he just looked different. His handle, everything." I'm like, "Yeah, the swag." But remember, also he was allowed to do more. Like he was him and Earl the Pearl was starting to change everything, and he's like, "Yeah," because the rules were changing, whatever. But that's what Dom is doing. So he understands Jerry West, and then he'll check everybody and go, "Oh, you want to watch the Jerry West highlights?" Like he looks like what they do today, the same pull up shot, everything. Jerry West for me, that moment from 2 years ago. That's why I told you when you said JJ Redick ain't got no agenda. Oh boy, does he have an agenda to get his job, to get his bag, and it's to talk about yesteryear a certain kind of way. The way Jerry West checked him, it was. I don't think everybody understands how multi-layered it is. Because for him to say what he said, it showed everything about him, how competitive he was, and it also reminded JJ Redick, bro, this is what we do. We wipe players like you off the floor. You didn't matter. Let's be respectfully. What did you do to determine the outcome of a game? What? I wish I would say something like that. It shows you who we are as fans.
Jerry being so in tune with the game, he knows that JJ Redick is a player in his good years, in his prime years, had an effect on the outcome of games, right? Jerry knows that. But that is absolutely a comment to remind him, hold on, relax, slow down. Like slow down. All right, you a pro, but there's levels. So I agree with you. Like there's levels.
No. But it's levels. But it's not just that. It's the fact that you're talking about people like Baron Davis said. Yo, they had to go work 2 jobs, and that's what they became. They were legends with working 2 jobs. What's your excuse, right? And so Jerry West is saying, bro, we did this while working 2 jobs. Everything, defending his guy Bob Cousy, who's still alive. God bless. Jerry West also showed you, and you know I love this aspect, the psychological side of greatness. Like everyone, remember, is he the only MVP for the losing side in the finals? In the finals is Jerry West. Mr. Clutch, even though he lost so many times, right? Again, that's why I point to it. The winning thing is he embodies that thing is overrated, man.
Bro, they
Don't
was
stop talking about championships.
Red Auerbach was celebrating in that 69, the 69 final, I think it was. They lost to Boston. And Auerbach got a cigar in his mouth, and they got the camera in front of him, and they got the reporter, and they celebrating. I think Bill Russell's behind him. Whoever's in the picture is in there, right? And Red Auerbach is talking about how great Jerry West played in that series, right? They won. They won the series. And Auerbach is reminiscing on the series and how great Jerry was. 38 a night? 38 a night in a losing effort? Like, come on.
What Michael Jordan said about him, the more he realized more and more they were a lot alike. Is to me, that's what Jerry West embodied is the first really great player that transcended his greatness to other sides of the basketball court throughout sports. And just that's why I love that comment with JJ Redick, because he's even talking about just the outcome of a game in general. You didn't coach, you didn't GM, you don't do none of that. And like, where do you get off talking to us like that? It showed, oh, this is how they think. Like, he's so calculated at 80 years old. He's still going, listen, bro, you better watch your mouth when you talk to us. And for me, like I said, he defended his people, and he also showed you just what sometimes greatness, the craziness of it, the sicko-ness of it, that's what they do. And they're just the killer side. That's what they sound like in their head. Like, and it was so calculated. The way, remember, JJ Redick ain't say nothing back. What could you say?
Oh, there was no response back because at that time, Jerry and Bob was coming at him. Bob had something to say. Bob Cousy had something fly to say too, right? So it's like two of the best to ever do it. Like, ever do it. Like, when we talk history, you can't talk the history of the game without bringing up Bob Cousy and Jerry West. You just can't do it, right? And so, yeah, absolutely. Let me tell you something, Faye. When that dude a couple of years ago was sitting down with Richard Jefferson on some kind of NBA panel, and he said to Richard Jefferson, hey, I hear a lot of talk about dogs. Everybody's a dog. Everybody's a dog. I was a wolf. We eat dogs. When he said that, like, there was a different swag from an 80-year-old dude saying that. That's 80 plus years old talking about, I hear a lot of talk about dogs. I know everybody a dog, a dog, a dog. I was a wolf. I said, oh, heard you. Oh, heard you, big dog. Heard you.
But see, and this is why I don't like about this generation when we talk about dogs and we go, oh, what would they have done back in the day? Bro, it was, you had to be like that to be respected. Again, we can get to the Caitlin Clark thing later, but that's a part of the WNBA that I go, oh, I like this. That's what they are. This is what they are. Jerry West talking like that. That's what the WNBA ladies are saying. Like, no. Wait a minute. You earned this.
Yeah, we don't.
You earned this.
We don't care what your name is, what you did in college. God bless you, but this is a different league, baby.
And you see, look, and they're all lined up, and they're saying, "You think you're targeted? All right, cool. We still clotheslining you." So just this is the way it is. And for Jerry West and us, again, like I always talk about football, that is the football mentality. I don't care if the Celtics are better than us. I don't care what Wilt is doing. I know they got Earl the Pearl and Clyde across on the other side of the court. Just for him to have left us with that, I'm sorry. And I like JJ Redick. I love JJ Redick. I think he's as smug as everybody else is saying. But I love the fact that he separated the platinum from the white gold, the ready from the raw, the real from the fake. Mm-hmm. Come on, man. And it's not that JJ Redick is fake. That's why we fell in love with the game. Because that's real competition. The guys who approach life like that, we respect them differently, whether you like them or not. It just is what it is, man. Will, salute to the guys, peace to the chat, ABTV. So God bless. Let's get to it.
Big Will, you know what time it is. Well, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Well,
So God bless Jerry West and his family. I can't wait to hear what Shaq got to say. And these guys, I don't know, Magic left a lengthy tweet, but just the respect that he got from the players as well. Kobe, the what he was saying about Kobe, like just the original, like Red Auerbach is the original great, front office guy. Then Jerry West comes in, Pat Riley later on. But that's the holy trinity of holy trinity of front office guys at this point. It's those three. Jerry West is in there after being a great player.
Absolutely. 1000%. Yeah, you talk about Red, you talk about Jerry. I mean, quiet is kept. I think RC should be mentioned as well. RC Buford with the San Antonio Spurs. Like, there's a lengthy time where he created not just decent teams, but great teams, dynasty level teams, right? They never got back to back, but RC, I think, deserves to be in there. If we're talking about the greatest to do it in the front office, yeah, there's a few guys we probably missing, but
just the fact that you mentioned RC Buford, this is the bar. So
yeah, cream of the crop, definitely.
These are the Michael Jordans of the front office. Michael Jordan in the front office is trash.
Yeah, garbage. I got a question for you.
Shoot.
Big Jerry, Mr. Clutch. Pat Riley said that was the most clutch player I ever seen in my life. I don't care who you name. He said it's the most clutch player I ever seen in my life. Mr. Clutch, he crosses the threshold of the pearly gates. Kobe Bean Bryant standing there waiting for him. You a fly on the wall. What is the conversation they're having right now, Fabian? What's the conversation they're having right now? You a fly on the wall.
First of all, it just I don't know if Kobe's in my top 10, like I said.
I didn't ask you that. Answer my question.
Damn, I'm a long-winded guy, bro. I know. Jesus Christ.
Cause you started with that. I don't like when you start with that.
Yeah, but there's a reason why.
10,
because I got to show people that how subjective and objective we could be. No, he's not there. Even Jerry West is not there, right? But what Kobe
comments, kill him, please.
Like what he meant to again, the approach to the game and the approach to life, that always makes me sad. Just anytime I see his picture nowadays, Kobe's the guy that earned our respect, my respect. He came into me. All the iterations was a carbon copy of Jordan, the new Harold Miner for a lot of us, and all of us very arrogant. And then all of a sudden he graduates to, hold on, he is destroying everybody. He's at an all-star game getting booed. He caught a case. I believe he had the most amount of pressure out of any superstar in the history of the league to go through what he was going through and play ball and then go, I'm still going to show out. Even more than Mike, even more than LeBron in that specific time period, to the point where he became a villain. And we saw the growth. So when you asking me that, anytime I see Kobe's picture, it's like, bro, damn, he was too young. I think he was at my age right now, 41, right?
41. Yeah.
Nah, come on, man. Like that's what those are all tear jerkers. So to see Jerry West there, that was like his new pops.
Yeah.
If you don't know Kobe's story with his father and everything like that, and you know Jerry West how sad he was, he drafted that kid, 17. A true 17. LeBron was not a real 17-year-old. LeBron got left back in third grade. He was really 18 when he came to the league. Kobe was a real 17-year-old out of high school.
A kid.
A real baby. So Jerry West, he just took that very personally. Hey, he called Kobe Bryant. They spoke, do not go play for that owner with the Clippers. Just direct about it.
What they talking about? What they kicking it about right now, Fabian? What they talking about up there?
They're talking about basketball. They're talking about They're talking about basketball, man. What, like how they hate this era. Who's really competitive? Like just there, and they have the same kind of energy, the same competitive energy, and just because they're gonna talk basketball like us, I think, obviously at a higher level and just with more, because to be the ins and outs of the game, they understand every player, whatever it is. Even JJ Redick said that the mind of the game was inspired by Kobe doing what he did on ESPN.
With detail. Yeah.
So now imagine that's Kobe by himself. Imagine again, we know how hard it is to speak to a camera by yourself. That was Kobe by himself. Imagine if you had a Jerry West or a JJ Redick or LeBron sitting next to him. That's what's going on up there right now. They're having their own heavenly podcast that's going to be better than JJ Redick and LeBron's. Way better. 1,000% better. Bro,
you're cooking, Fabian.
Jerry West.
In your bag.
Jerry West sounds just how they're not playing these games. They're not mincing any words. Kobe didn't mince words.
Not
in the
one.
midst with all of it. He said, "Yo, go trade Shaq." That is crazy. You understand what he said? Yo, go trade him.
Cook, Fabian. Cook, bro. I feel you.
These are the two guys that are talking right now. They're not. There's no politics. There's no dancing around. Nothing. They're gonna have full-fledged, just uncensored talk about basketball and they know all the secrets. Like they talk the same way we do about LeBron. And Mike. They talk about that. So they're speaking about it from that angle. You think he could have guarded him? And Kobe used to call Michael Jordan like, yo, how you shoot how I teach 12-year-olds fadeaways? I was playing baseball. I don't know. But that's the curious mind Kobe Bryant had.
At 2 in the morning. I'm going to call Mike 2 in the morning to ask him that. Not regular lunchtime. I'm going to call Mike 2 because I'm a lunatic and I'm obsessed.
So imagine being a fly on the wall for a Jerry West ran teams. The Lakers, the Grizzlies, the Clippers, the Warriors. He had a say-so in all these championships. Yep. And Memphis was damn near one. They were a contender, man. They just were. They were how he built the grindhouse Memphis Grizzlies. Just smart. They real smart basketball talk. Just real smart, probably talk about life in general. Yeah. You know what they went through? Like Jerry West went through a lot. Jerry West went through a lot before getting to the league, man. He didn't have that chip on his shoulder for no reason either. Talk about trauma.
Yep. He grew up in West Virginia, y'all. Now I know typically West Virginia is, at that time historically a racist state, right, towards us. But Jerry didn't grow up with no silver spoon in his mouth either. He had to work. He had to work. I see Malika Andrews was talking, and she mentioned, I believe, flying from Chicago to LA or from LA to Chicago, but that's a 4 or 5 hour flight, and the person sitting right next to her on that flight is Jerry West, and she had the opportunity to sit next to on a plane, personally sit next to and speak for the whole 4 hour ride. Like, talk about me being envious of somebody in a great position like that. Would I love to sit next to Jerry West and keep my mouth shut while he talks to me for 4 hours? Yeah, sign me up. Sign me up, man. Yeah, rest in peace. Rest in peace to the logo, for real.
Just because we know how he would answer the questions too. And man, even Kobe's gonna. I've heard. You know how many things I've heard? Like, he just be straight up. The things that Peter Vesey kind of is letting out now, that he was like, yo, he said he's straight up. So he talked about Braun and everybody, and they just hold things back because they're trying to be respectful. But he just sounded like somebody. Don't ask what KG says. You don't like the answer, don't ask the question. Don't do it around Kobe. It was so. I think both of them, I would have been envious to sit next, because just knowing what they ended up being, knowing what their personality was, and even more so than my guy. I love Iverson, but as much as they claim he was real and he was this way, I don't even think he's as real as Kobe. Kobe was straight up. Like Jerry was straight up. They just, damn, a fly on the wall to hear that podcast is crazy.
Man, listen, they said, what being said, Julius Randle's rookie year is a game against the Timberwolves. This is Kevin Garnett's last season with the Timberwolves. So he's grooming Cat. He's grooming Andrew Wiggins. He's grooming, I believe Zach LaVine might be there at that point, right? So he's grooming all these young guys. Julius' rookie year, him and Julius is going at it. Julius is looking at him up and down, and it's a fierce competitive game. They asked Kobe Bryant after the game, yo, so what you think about Julius Randle and how he reacted to Kevin Garnett? He responded like Julius Randle, like a grown ass man. I said, yeah, B. That's how you answer that question. Responded like a grown ass man, like Julius Randle. And that's just Bean. Like Bean to get up there and my guy, I forget my guy's name. He works for CBS and works for the LA Times. Somebody call his name, last name is Brown. But 2009 NBA Finals, they up 2-0. Kobe, how you feeling? You up 2-0. Okay, job finished. Job done. Nah, we ain't. You don't look happy. What's there be to happy about? What is there to be happy about? We're not done yet. Come on, they just got thumped by 40 by the Celtics in Game 6. That's still fresh. A whole season is gone, and they in the finals again. And what's fresh on his mind is we got thumped in Game 6 by 40. Nah, I need this right now. So yeah, we lost 2 guys, man. And I would love to see what and hear the conversations between Jerry West and Kobe Bryant right now.
Job not finished. Speaking of jobs not finished, God bless them. God bless them and their families. 2 basketball legends, but more important for us, just you see how they affected us when we hear about them and hear the way that they talk and everything. It was just amazing. Glad that we got to respect Jerry West. I know Don. I got to call Don later because these things really affect him. Like he really like yo. The other day I forgot who else died. See, I forgot who died. Bill Walton. No. After Bill Walton. See, Bill Walton is a famous name.
Oh, Chet Walker.
Yes.
Oh, wait. What Knicks Hunnit said? What he said? oh shit on my
Pooh Shiesty. But he's really affected by that. Dom gets really affected because he watched the film and he learns about them. Right. Like you say, he's chronicling his journey from learning about basketball from the beginning. So that's all ball. True student, all ball TV. That's what we do over here.
Yes.
So God bless Jerry West and his family for passing on for today. I think it was announced. And yeah, man. Thank him and for gracing us with entertainment and continuing to care about life and talk about people and motivate us, inspire us. Because that's what I wanted to say too. The Jerry West of the world and Kobe Bryant of the world are so rare. These are not people that you claim that you think you are them. You might want to wake up and play a Kobe Bryant video, whatever it is, and you think you could trick yourself into doing that. Everybody ain't that, man. Like I would love to believe I am that. I work as hard as man. Like you gotta respect what I learned in life. You gotta respect people who have actually achieved greatness and done it without cheating, and just it's the same exact characteristic with all the greats that I'm learning about. Nonstop working, unapologetic. As a guy, you might miss time with your family. Just the mentality, but that's why I'm obsessed with the mentality behind greatness and how Jerry West eat the JJ Redick's punk ass. God bless Jerry West and Kobe Bryant family, baby.
Bon chinche.
And cheese mozo. That's cheese. That's
cheese mozo. Okay.
That's cheese. Eso chimiando. Because now I'm instigating.
Oh, eso chimiando.
Chimiando is instigating. Yeah. But chinchando is gossiping.
Bon chinchando. Y'all see me going through my Spanish lesson real time with y'all. Y'all see, I'm just brushing up. I took Spanish all the way through college. I'm with it. I can hold a conversation. Shorty came in here, cleaned the crib. I was rapping with her.
Anyway, that was mad racist. Wow. We do more than clean cribs, bro. Holy cannoli. It's too late. It's too late.
I'm just joking.
I wouldn't say all racism is acceptable here, but some of it is.
I'm just joking. I love
some people can't.
Y'all. Come on.
But speaking of Bochinchando, DG Film, shout out to you, brother.
Oh God, here we go.
I hope that within a year or so, y'all stop the clickbait. Raw High Brew warned me about other Knicks channels, and here y'all go. So I guess that's him responding to our thumbnail, which is, I thought it was dope. It was about I said Knicks caps space capping, and the title is Big Knicks Trade Proposal, Gain Star and Cap Space. I thought it was in the title. It was self-explanatory. Knicks trade proposal. Anyway, thanks to you, I found Rawhide. I love this guy. He's straight up, very honest, Knicks content creator. He mentions a lot of things about life, man, like the beginning of it. So I kind of fast forwarded that. But he'll speak about the homeless people. He'll speak about
hold on.
Sure.
Hold on. What are we about to do right now? We're about to listen to this, brother.
Yeah, he's gonna mention the salary cap and why we're so worried about XYZ.
And he gets love on this channel because a hater in the comments said some fly stuff about us and mentioned him. So now he's getting pub on Knicks Rehab.
Because I don't run from nothing, man. I love, like I said, it's
y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna get to learn more and more about Big Flea, and as Trilly likes to call me now, General Flea. Y'all gonna start to learn more and more about me. And I keep quiet because my brother Fabian said, "Hey, we got to get somewhere first before you start being really Flea." I'm gonna tell y'all, stop playing with us. Stop playing. I'm real nice all the time. Stop playing.
Our nigga in the building. Don't stress it. Most who rock with Raw Heartbeat are blinded. Raw good money, but he's way off. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But I don't know the salary cap well enough, and he sounds like he does. I want to hear what he got to say.
Sounding and knowing two different things, but let's rock.
Channel the other day, and as usual, I got frustrated with the stupidity. I got frustrated with another channel.
Is that my uncle?
What's his name? Them, for theirs is the kingdom. So I started peeping at another channel the other day, and as usual, I got frustrated with the stupidity. I got frustrated with the BS, and now I understand why people are coming on my channel with some of this BS, because they're hearing it and being influenced.
Showing up on the first page of Google might not be the best.
So stop playing with me,
That's what happens. You want to play my man, and
let's talk about the cap. I'm going to talk about the cap today. So take out your calculator. We're going to talk numbers. Okay. Now, with respect to the salary cap, the important thing for the Knicks are the two tax aprons, the first tax apron and the second tax apron. We don't want to go over either of them, but especially not the second tax apron.
So far, so good, Flea. We don't want to go over either tax apron. Are you enlightened yet?
I had to comb my beard.
Oh, hold on, bro. Don't start nothing. Won't be nothing.
I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be
especially
quiet
when we don't need to. So right now, and I have a picture. My thumbnail is going to show you the salaries, the guaranteed salary with the tax apron. Right now, Knicks have $27 million in space on the first apron, 37, almost 38 million in the second apron. So let's talk a couple of things. A couple people getting confused by this. Jalen Brunson's extension does not count against this year's cap. It's called an extension, which means it's added to his contract. It will.
Was that enlightening? Listen, man, don't let me get silly out here, man.
You want to play with this nigga? I don't want like.
Listen, I'll play. Listen, I just want to know, like, because
I have nothing bad to say about that brother. First of all, I just have this attitude because he's getting pub right now because some goofy in the comments said, "Let's go listen to him." So,
no, he didn't say let's go listen to him. He said that we are the enemy of this guy. This guy is bringing the light, and we are the darkness. Right? He ain't even. He is a chismoso. That's why I said, speaking of chisme, your man RG Films is a chismoso. So he didn't think I would pull up his video and listen to this guy. That's what y'all don't think. I swear to God, I wish we met in person. This is no different. In person, I'm just a lunatic. I talk like this. You could be 20 feet tall. I'm 5'7". I just don't care. I just don't. Are we having a good conversation or we're not? Because if we're not, I want nothing to do with you in life. But this guy right here, Raw Breed, he starts off every video shouting, he sounds like a good person. Good deeds. I didn't play the beginning for you. He's talking about the homeless people or everything. But now we're at a point where he's explaining, hey, if Brunson signs a salary contract extension, it won't count towards this year. I thought that was kind of duh.
Yeah, but I thought that was not common knowledge for the casual, but somebody who's really an invested fan, I think we know that.
Yeah, I just think they're not. It's good to learn these things as well.
Absolutely. I got a capologist. I got a real capologist. We gonna get on here. Respect to our brother on the screen right now, but I got a brother that's gonna come on and really.
Hold on, that's why I need the gunshot or the gunshot sound effect. Listen, man.
It wouldn't count until the earliest 25-26, which is a year from now. So we don't worry about that now. Julius Randle, same thing. He's eligible for an extension that doesn't count against this year's cap. Okay? Doesn't count against this year's cap. So we don't count those numbers for Jalen Brunson's extension and for Julius Randle's extension. We're not worried about it this year. This is something we deal with next year. Okay? So now, we're going to add some numbers. We're going to add some numbers here. And the first number we're going to add, oh, by the way, before we even continue, let me also add this little tidbit. We know that OG Anunoby has until June 24th to exercise his player option of $20 million. He's not going to do that. He's going to opt out. So we don't count that $20 million because he's going to opt out of it. We also know that Bodega has until, the Knicks have until the 28th of June to exercise Bodega's $19 million, which we know they're not going to do. He's guaranteed 2, so we only count 2.
Nah, that's racist.
Okay? Let's look at numbers.
That what?
I said that's racist. His name not Bodega.
Bogdan?
Bogdan. His name is not Bodega.
But why is that racist? They really don't normally own the Bodega. It's always, our people.
Yeah, don't mention Bodega. You trying to be funny. Bodega. No. His name is Bogdan.
For example, Ross started that sustainable winning phrase everyone uses. Sustainable winning? Did he? Raw is great at a lot of things. Knicks and a lot of people on ESPN steal his material consistently. I have an issue with that because there's times where, I came up with a title about the Knicks' dream, and I'll post it tomorrow because we'll talk about that in a second. The Knicks' dream player is available, has the best contract available, something like that. And I just seen Knicks recap, he's dope also. He posted this morning, Knicks dream player available, something like that. So sometimes with this content creator stuff, it's just like I keep telling everybody, this thing is like 2000s mixtape era. There was a million people trying to rap back then. It was a million more than 10 years prior. So all of a sudden you have people who might have come up with the same punchlines. All of a sudden, biting was allowed. Biting means you're copying somebody, by the way. I know I'm outdated right now. But you were not allowed to copy people back then, but all of a sudden you were. And then people actually sounded like each other. Same punchline, same flow, everything. And they would sound alike. So sometimes you think people taking your stuff, but they're not. It's basketball. How much stuff you think we're going to talk about? It's the same crap over and over again. Same ideas. If we're talking about the same Knicks guys. So, I don't know if they steal your stuff, but if there's more stuff he stole, all right, shout out to him because I think he's really good at what he does, and he breaks down the cap further. You want to watch some more Flea, or are you done with that? Should I rephrase the question? I plead the fifth.
Play my brother. Play the brother, man. He seems to be a favorite. It looks like people actually know who I'm not in the know.
He's killing the game.
Right. I don't watch everybody, but okay.
They be taking his material word for word. That's crazy. Oh, then he's the man. Raw is dope, but the bipolar disorder is always in effect in his vid. Starts off righteous, then goes, but that's me too. Did I really mess with him? Okay. And that's definitely
maybe I need to invest have a fist fight. Maybe I need to invest some time in this dude because he sounds like his name is a household name. So let me see what he's about before I pose an opinion or thought on what he does. This is the first time he ever seen. Like I said, this dude looks like my uncle. Like it's the first time I've ever seen him. So
that's the other reason why I like him. He sounds like everybody I grew up with. Somebody's cousin, somebody like, yeah. He looks like some one of my uncles. We got everything over here. George Jones says, not the crossover I expected. I mean, he ain't running from nobody. Clickbaiting and hating. Y'all comments just be clickbaiting. How about that? That's the part that we don't talk about, though. That y'all say things for a click.
I think clickbait is such a goofy term, but whenever we want to talk, whenever we really want to have a conversation about that, we can. But I think
But listen, yo, our nigga is saying that most get their thought patterns from him. They just switch it up a little bit. He got 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. He's killing the game.
I would be very. It's hard for me to believe that they would be plucking from him. I'm listening to the people. This is what the people are saying. So
I don't doubt it, because remember, all right, we'll keep it 1,000.
And we spending a lot of time on this and he's getting love on our channel right now. Are we gonna get love on him? Like, so this is my point. Like the comment, like now we've turned this into something about him. Let's get back to us.
But it's also but it's talking about the cap. He goes in further about the cap and how to get to the first and second apron. But just like you're saying, Flea, watch a few videos, you'll see who steals his stuff. Yeah, but just like you're saying, at some point we're gonna be there where people are doing this, and I don't mind this. I just wanted to talk about it because I'm like, bro, the people who are doing their thing, I show them love. But don't tell me they don't clickbait either.
You there. All right, I'm there with you.
Don't tell me they don't. Don't tell me he don't clickbait. He's in the. I bet you'll come on here telling me he don't. That's a lie. That's a lie. I go right through your titles and go, okay, you wanted me to click on this. So what do you want me to do? Not click on it? What do you do? Not clickbait? You put non-clickbait titles? What are you talking?
And that's my point. It's like, I think the whole clickbait culture that they try to create is goofy. It's just goofy. We are content creators and we are organic, genuine dudes. This ain't got nothing to do with, pushing any personal agendas. There's no personal agendas here. We love the Knicks and we love basketball, so we're gonna talk.
And I'll leave it at this. Why has this clickbait topic been a thing for like a week now? For us, because the comments I'm gonna be straight up, because the comments are flooding. There's been a lot of telling me, whoever, that this is all clickbait, all our thumbnails and everything. And you got to be careful with that, because YouTube can demonetize you and copyright strike you if they consider you clickbait and it interferes with the user experience. So with the more you start saying that, somebody else starts liking these comments and it becomes a thing. And I'm not paranoid. I really don't care about people feel. At the end of the day, I know when you meet me, you realize, oh damn, I like this guy. I'm a likable person. I can say that without hesitation. Flea's a likable person. I know for a fact. I don't care how you got here. Once you see me, Flea, All Ball, when Diamond's here, Full Sportsman, once you see any iteration of us, I'm just totally confident you're gonna love it, because I love it. I'm just fully understand that, or I fully believe in that. But we got to be careful with this, and we got to get y'all to understand our journey as well. Like, I want you guys to create your own content, create in your own kind of way. Maybe it's just being a part of the comments for now, but I definitely want you to be a part of the journey. I definitely got you to get you to understand. A year and a half ago, we really pushed the All Ball TV thing where it was just us going live, and now we're here where it's over 100 people, sometimes over 1,000 people we've gotten hits on talking to us. We started off with nobody. We're still all working full time. We're all fathers. So our journey is to go from nothing to something, and a part of that is this is what I'm going through right now. So on a daily basis, I want to make sure I protect Flea's brand, All Balls brand, my brand, Dime's brand, because this YouTube game is fickle, and we got to be careful and fight back with these people who just want to say things and clickbait themselves. And it's like, I'm down to scrap too, my brother. And I like using my brother, Flea. That's sarcasm. So I definitely want to make sure that when I light that light, that you guys are with me and you know what we're up against as well.
I got nothing after that. Fabian hit that right on the head. I got nothing after that. You hit everything, bro. I got nothing.
Thank you. So I might leave it alone after this week if you want me to, Flea. No more clickbait talk, clickbait hate.
No, I just think that just gives perspective to everybody, because everybody is not a content creator. Some people just come to view, right? This viewing pleasure, right? I spoke, and it's real. Like, you know, I spoke to what you call it briefly, Trilly, like offline, briefly, nothing major. But you know,
Fire.
we exchanging numbers and shit like that, right? But that dude genuinely got love for what we're doing. Like he genuinely has love for what we're doing, right? Genuinely has love for what I'm doing on the side. Genuinely has love for what you always continue to do, right? It's real. So, yeah, I don't mind just reminding folks every now and then that our goal is not to be clickbaity. Our goal is to engage with the people that support us, right? To continue to provide great content when we're talking Knicks, when we're talking NBA, when we're talking, you know, to be honest with y'all, we are extremely versed in a lot of different other things, right? And that you will learn that about us as conversations go on. You know, we don't have to be bottlenecked and closed in to just Knicks and just basketball. I know that's what y'all come for, but you know, we got some other things. So
I'm trying to find my guy that I was watching last night. Damn, I just like giving people their props. And Jesus Louises, he spoke to, you know, once you speak about my guy. And well, by the way, well said, Flea. There he goes. You know, Flea spoke to and Flea. I always tell Flea, Diamond, and All Ball, they speak better than me. Like I speak crazy, like a machine gun, and I know that. But they can take their time and they pace it and they speak like this. I could do that if I chose. I don't want to do that.
you
Right?
stay just like that, brother. You stay just like that. You stay
That's
just
why I
like
love
that.
Flea. That's why I love Flea, because he told me that offline. You stay like that. The fame, no matter what they say.
Don't switch it up, baby. Because if you
Don't ever
switched it up, they would be looking at you like you a phony. Let's keep it real.
This is a real B&H.
What drop was that?
Oh, I'm sorry. That was a commercial.
Oh,
I didn't realize I still had it hooked up.
Y'all
Nah.
don't watch other shows. That's what makes y'all unique. That's a fact. I'm being honest with you, my nigga. I'm being honest. I had no clue about brother that we just had up here. Like, no clue. So
I didn't know till RG Films, whatever his name is, pull them up on the comment. But I do like watching other Knicks content because they give us news, they give us ideas on what to work with, they tell us what's hot, and all these things matter when trying to create a channel, and it is relevant, and it is attempting to go full. We work hard, y'all. Oh, by the way, the AM Knicks All Ball TV thing, I ain't doing it no more. I'm just gonna be straight up with y'all. I'm dead tired. The way I sound right now is not how I sound in the morning. It's not how I feel in the morning. If I can, I'll do, you know, once in the afternoon, because we definitely want to shoot for that. Because then we could do, like, let's say the hot topic of the day. If Flea gets to jump in on lunch, then he'll jump in doing that. We'll do that for 45 minutes and then jump out. And we really want to make the 7:30, 8 o'clock time period where you guys jump in and we recollect on a day and just, you know, talk about the day for whatever happened. And yeah, because maybe we'll get somebody else to start the AM though. And it leaves enough for us to yeah, I'm sorry, Jules. I'm dubbing the mornings. That's crazy. I'm coming. Listen, I'm coming.
he didn't
straight
even
out of
ask
work.
us, y'all. Comments. He didn't even ask the squad, right? So I'm finding out real time, just like y'all. He just jumped out there. Yeah, the mornings? Nah, can't do it, gang. Listen, y'all. I will talk to him offline. This may be reactionary. So I'm gonna let him cook, but we'll talk offline. Continue, my brother.
At the moment, I'd rather be like this after a nap, like an old man. I'm 41.
I'm 41.
Everybody,
we need that drop. I'm 41.
This damn, I love the AM show. I know, man. Thanks, Flea. You started it, right, Fabe? You did it. Don't make me record on the way home driving, talking crazy.
I jump in AM. I jump in AM All Ball out the shower in the robe. Do-rag done tied up, flap out, getting ready to rock for the day. But I need to jump in because they got to hear what I got to say. So, amen.
Jesus Christ. The morning can be the educational version with the charts.
Flood the comments, y'all. Flood it. Make him feel bad. Flood it.
All right. So I guess it's pending.
Yeah.
Pending.
What did I say, y'all? We just let him be emotional. It's all right. I understand, my brother. It's okay. Y'all have
And I
to
like that
understand.
we're doing this.
Y'all have to understand something. Let's get some transparency for the people real fast. Fabian does a ton when it comes to Knicks Rehab, All Ball TV, Full Sport. Anytime you see us on screen together, the bulk of the efforts is from Fabian. So please understand, this dude is the hardest working brother in the business. I know y'all love me, but I love that brother right there. He is the hardest working dude in the business. He's not only the talent, he's the tech guy, the editor, the motivator, the producer. He does a lot. He wears a lot of hats, y'all. Wears a lot of hats. So when he is saying, hey, I don't know about the AM, that's because my brother has his hand in a lot. So if he is coming to us saying he might be slightly burnt out, we may have to listen, y'all. We may have to. I don't want to, but we may have to.
Listen, man, I appreciate the kind words and everything you said. But y'all think I don't see a pimp in my presence trying to pimp me? Slow the hell down. I listen to every word. All the compliments. It's just like this. Yeah, don't you know me? He does everything. What an amazing guy. Ooh,
Yo,
look at
I
this pretty
can't
face
never
in the morning.
compliment this brother.
You
Y'all see
can't.
what he
I'm
did
not
right
getting
now?
that. Saying his
Yeah,
hand
right,
is in
you
a
know,
lot.
I'm
It's
up.
good. I'm
I'm
41.
41. What? What you are? I'm 41. We need that drop.
I feel bad. I feel you're being tired though. But we're trying to figure it out, man. Get the schedule changed and just like my nigga said over here, just small clips for the morning and graphics problem solved. Yeah, there's different ways we can do this. Trust you me. I'm just got the gears going. And like I said, we're walking you through what we walk. Like, I think before I get to a topic here, full transparency, me and Flea always talk about this. Howard Stern has done every single version of this possible. To be a broadcaster, and he just didn't do sports, but everything everybody's doing, he did it. All this, you take somebody's clip and you react to it. He was doing reactions 30, 40 years ago on the radio. And then he got the bag for $500 million and probably doubled up since then. My point is that we're doing our version of all this in real time. And he was very transparent, or at least he was still performing it, but he was transparent with his fans. You saw the story behind Howard Stern. He put a book out there that was nuts. I don't want to be as crazy as him because he was just crazy, but I definitely like engaging with the audience and letting you guys know like how we are, what we're going through, at least a little bit. And just my biggest inspiration would be if one of these guys create their own channel and just blow the hell up. Once Flea blows up, I'm gonna be like, yeah, that's what this is about. Once Dom, that's what this is about for me. I don't see myself as a star. I don't see myself as anything but trying to do the right thing for us because I know there's a way to figure this thing out. And we just Disney and ESPN and these guys, they come to you after they got the bag and you figured everything out. But they got the bag already. They got billions over there, man. So yeah. Thank you, Flea, for
About time you said thank you. Jesus Christ. You're welcome.
All right.
No, stay consistent because I compliment you offline. I compliment you face to face. I compliment the brother can't take a compliment. Love you, brother. What else we got?
Love you too, man. Y'all came out the blue and y'all not with the other buddy systems. They don't know who y'all are yet. Yo, my nigga he reminds me of Fish, where Fish is there, and that's how I look at a lot of you guys too. It like they're the producers inside the NBA or the guys that help inside the NBA, and they just throw mad, they just rank on Charles and everybody.
Yeah, they just go crazy. Yeah.
But they also show love.
Mm-hmm. I agree. We could parallel Fish and my nigga to those dudes. Word.
Robert Paulson. Where's Robert Paulson at going
Where
crazy?
RP at? Where RP at? Word.
I don't know. I haven't seen him. He's not gonna be quiet in the comments. So he's not here.
He's not here.
He's not here.
He talks that stuff.
He's gonna go crazy.
for the people that are supporting, for the people that do tap in every day, every time y'all got y'all notifications on, y'all getting to know who we are and what we do and what our goals are and interest and all of that kind of stuff. Understand this is authentic, organic. I don't know Fabian as a child, right? We built a relationship and now, you know, the chemistry is there and we just continuing to, you know, produce good content for the people. You know, to hear, I brought it up earlier in this EP, but to hear the kind words from Trilly on a completely different platform, him doing his own thing, for the things that he said about me, and again, doesn't know me from a hole in the wall, but was able to digest, you know, what we've been doing and to say, yo, I rock with what you're doing, man. Like, a lot of us don't know how to do that. And you know what I mean by when I say a lot of us. A lot of us don't know how to do that. So we just gonna keep rocking, y'all. We just gonna keep rocking. Keep rocking. Put your glasses back on.
Authentic and intelligent basketball talk, grown men. Thank you. The chemistry is definitely dope. You guys have something nice, man. I appreciate all of y'all, man. Trying to guilt me back into the AM. Fave, join the live tomorrow. I'll see this. This might be the only channel where I feel like I'm talking to real New Yorkers and not these people that come off like they are from the suburbs of Long Island and the Upper East Side.
Ask Fabian where I'm gonna be quiet. Be quiet.
Where I'm from?
I know you from Queen. I know you from
From
Queen.
Flushing?
But where you live right now, it's nothing.
Hold on, wait a minute. Whoa. Fish don't fry in the kitchen. Beans don't burn on the grill. Now I'm up in the big leagues.
And we're moving on up to the east side.
We finally got a piece of the pie.
Take your hat off. Let me see if you really got the George Jefferson. I'm sorry.
Is it there yet?
Nah, good locks. You got some good. You got the good flow and lock. You cheating though. You're a cheater. You're Dominican. You're cheating.
Nah, but it's my wife told me the other day. She goes, "Yo, it might be time for that turkey trip." Yo, they eat. Oh, come on. Walking out of the bathroom. That was crazy. You know how you think you cool?
Nah,
like Mrs.
Fabe, damn.
Listen,
she said it might be time, but I told you it's only a little 4 racks for what you got going on. It's a little 4 racks. We got that right now, probably. We got that. It's only a little 4K.
Listen, I'm not for nothing. You don't want me well. I won't. She ain't gonna see me for like 2 weeks after I come back with that. What?
Nah, there's a process. You know, you got to go through the scab in. It has to remove the scab, all that. I know just because I've been watching. I don't know because I need it. Because y'all know Big Flea got the good full hairline. I'm still good, baby. Still good right here.
Yeah, you do. I'm jealous.
Ha. I'm still right here. Amen.
No, I'm talking about after all that is done. You ain't seeing me for 2 weeks, mama. You talking about? I gotta walk these streets without the hat on.
No, sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
Yo,
crazy.
We wilding. She's not in the kitchen. That's why I'm talking like this.
Oh, that's why you talking spicy.
Come on, man.
I got you.
I got the paprika.
What else we got, bro? You know, game 3 is on right now. What we got?
Which is crazy. Yeah, I got to turn the CV on. So real quick, you know how I feel. This is one of my favorite channels on YouTube right now. And come on, baby Bubba.
First name
come on, baby Bubba.
First
come
name
on, baby Bubba.
Currently Fabian's favorite player in the NBA. Big Herb, never the little one. Big Herb Jones.
The channel is called What Shorts. And this video is ranking the best NBA contract. And as soon as I seen it, I said, oh, number 10, heard you. 22-9, Dallas is up. Thank you, Will. Hold on.
all sort of speculation, right? What the best contract in the league is, or value-wise. I feel like worst contract is a lot more easy to pick out because you can spot guys that are making a ton of money. Usually these contracts aren't crazy. They're kind of low numbers anyway. And that's going to get into something that I've noticed, that the big contracts in the league are bad. Even if it's one of the best players in the league, having a giant contract is a negative thing, or a risky thing is the best way to put it. Herb Jones' contract is very small, because he was a second rounder. That's what he's on, his rookie extension. He's on his second contract in the league. Or maybe not rookie extension, but that extension of your rookie contract. Maybe he wasn't extended before his contract expires. I don't remember. But this is his second contract, and it can only go up so much. You have to be in the league for a long time after you're drafted before you finally can sign a max contract, or can sign a contract that isn't prohibited by some sort of standard. Because rookies kind of get screwed. You come in the league, it's kind of set what you can get paid. And then it's sort of throttled after that until you're, 6 years in the league, which is kind of unfortunate. But from a team aspect, a contract like Herb Jones is perfect because he's making $14 million. That's like, I don't know. Well, let's take a look. That's 10% of the salary cap. Granted, you can go over the salary cap with exceptions, but nevertheless, 10% for a guy that's getting you 11 points a game, playing 30 minutes a game, and what I've noticed is I think people believe he's the best perimeter defender in the league. Maybe you like Mikal Bridges. Maybe you're into him. Maybe you think he's the guy. Or maybe you think it's Drew Holiday. He looked good tonight. But nevertheless, he's getting paid. Drew Holiday and Mikal Bridges make way more money than Herb Jones. Herb Jones also can shoot threes. Shot 41% from three. 40 is great. If you don't watch the show or you don't know a baseline of what a good 3-point percentage is, a lot of people say 35. 35 is good. If you're above 35, let that thing fly. Shoot it. If you're below 35, it's like, if you're wide open, shoot it. That's usually how it is. If you're shooting 30%, it's shoot it if you have to. Is kind of it. If someone leaves you wide open, go ahead and take it. In season, during the playoffs, probably not. But Herb Jones is shooting 3.6 threes a game. And he's making 40%. Field goal percentage is really good too, 49%. And he's only 25 years old. So you have him for 3 more years on this contract. He's being 10% of the salary cap for the next 3 years. That's really great for the Pelicans, who I believe are in it. Like, they're going to try to be in the playoffs for the next, 4 or 5 years, whatever their tenure is. I think they might be. Have you guys heard that they might be trading Ingram? They might be moving on from him. Seems.
And this brother is really spitting right now, right? He's really spitting. And what really jumped out to me is that everything that he just said, 40% from three, 49% from the field, I think he said, shooting it at a really high clip, 11 points a game, playing 30 minutes a game, right, on a really friendly deal, right? Everything he just said, I'm sure David Griffin knows. Right? I'm sure David Griffin knows. I'm sure he's well aware of that. I'm sure he understands that. And they need to do everything to keep Herb Jones. If you're New Orleans, right? I'm sure he's a commodity. Anybody. You have raved about him all year long. I love the kid, right? But I'm sure there's 29 other teams right now that would take Herb Jones on the deal he has, on the production he gives, and being one of the best defenders. He was first team all defense this year. First team all defense. On a team amongst AD, Rudy Gobert, Bam, and Wemby. Right? He's the 5th guy on that team. That says a lot about, who Herb Jones currently is as a basketball player. So I'm really glad that you pulled that up, bro, because that if everything he said, was educating the people and us, I'm sure David Griffin knows, and he's gonna do everything he can. David Griffin's gonna move on, is gonna move BI before he move Herb. David Griffin will move CJ McCollum before he move Herb. That's the type of effect that dude Herb Jones has on the New Orleans Pelicans. So good shit, bro. I'm glad you brought that up.
Well, I brought it up because that's, to me, I get the Mikal Bridges thing, but those are the 2 guys that make the most sense. And I think Knicks players' mind, when Knicks fans try to read the Knicks front office mind and the Knicks players' mind, it's Mikal Bridges. Everybody says the perfect fit because he fits automatically with them. But there's no bigger perimeter defender out there that's gonna be a Tibbs guy to me than this guy. He's emblematic of that. This is cheating if you get him along with OG Anunoby. And I think it will be tough to go after him because he's not a two guard and neither is OG. And both of them will be kind of stagnant. And I'm just trying to think if does it make sense to go after him. Because I don't know if it does. Because I think him and OG are small forward. I've seen a lot, plenty of not a lot, but enough Pelicans games or enough of their flow for the game to see that he stands in the corner a lot and he stands in the left wing a lot. That's really his position to me that I've seen, and that's where he shoots a lot of it. I look up his shot chart now, but his offensive game isn't all there.
It's not polished. It's not polished. Like that brother said, if you're shooting 39, close to 40% from three, then you're an above average 3-point shooter. You take about 4 a game. What he said, 3.6. So that's really closer to 3 than it is closer to 4. But I don't know. He's going to be the same player anywhere. But what he's asked to do offensively may change from place to place. And if he was a Knick, that first of all, that 3-point attempts per game goes up, right? It just goes up for how we play, how we run our offense. That goes up, and maybe the percentage goes down because the attempts has risen. But I mean, I don't know. I don't think you can go wrong with having multiple elite defenders, right? Like, one of the best backcourts in the league right now are 2 guys that are known for their defensive prowess as opposed to their offensive prowess, and that's Drew Holiday and Derek White. Like, they are much known for being a defensive backcourt, but guess what? Drew had 26 in game 2, right? Derek White can hit the 3 comfortably, right? So they may not be this offensive juggernaut, but when you talk about the best backcourts in the league, you got to talk about Drew Holiday and Derek White currently. They're in the NBA Finals. So I think, getting a guy like Herb Jones and having that dual threat, because we were okay with having a Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. How can't we be okay with having an OG Anunoby and a Herb Jones? Herb is cheaper than Mikal Bridges, right? Big shout out to Rawhide, or whatever his name is, Raw Hebrew, whatever his name is, capologist, but big shout out to him. My fault. All right.
We from New York, man. It's different over here, man.
It's different, man. It's different. It's different. Now I'm going crazy since y'all want to talk about he's must watch TV. All right.
No.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Heard y'all. Heard y'all. Flea don't like to be petty all the time. Sometimes I just finished telling well, I don't need to tell y'all who I was telling, but I was telling somebody that we got to leave the pettiness to the men. I mean, to leave the pettiness to the women. Like, pettiness is a female trait. Don't let the men be. I hate when men are petty, but damn it was time for that. Yep, Rawhide, whatever. That's his new name now. Y'all jump in the comments, tell him that's his new name, Rawhide.
We just talked about how petty Jerry West and Michael Jordan are, so I disagree with that. So I disagree with
I
that.
know.
So Flea, come on, Flea, you getting your Michael Jordan on?
Bad work. They said what you saw that. You saw what DA said. You saw what Darryl Armstrong said.
No, I didn't see it yet. Darryl
Armstrong is on the next episode of the Knuckleheads. Big shout out to Darius Miles and Quentin Richardson. And DA says, Orlando knocks Mike and them out of the playoffs in '95 to go face the Rockets in the finals. Dream and them, they sweep the Magic, but the Magic were the last team to beat a Michael Jordan-led team in the playoffs. Following year comes, Mike gets them in the conference finals. The Bulls sweep them, like wipe them off the floor. I know you remember that series. Like
I was mad at Penny.
Wipe them off. I'll never forget. Wipe them off the floor. Couple seconds left in the game. Mike gets fouled, goes to the free throw line, has 2 free throws. He hits the first one and misses the second one on purpose. He misses the second one on purpose because after he hit the first one, he had 45 points and he wanted to leave it like that. He wanted to leave it like that. 45 for y'all. And we out of here. So, yeah, Mike is a petty guy.
Mike was different. I think to clamp the Mikal Bridges and Herb Jones thing, my Herb Jones fantasy on 41 is starting to disappear because it'll be tough. You're just gonna have to trade a bunch of draft picks, but match the salary of Mikal Bridges. But for everybody, because how are you gonna match these deals anyway? Mikal Bridges can go play the 2 for real. He was a second option on Phoenix. He's really a second option at best because he's light in the ass. That's really Mikal Bridges' problem on offense. But the way he developed on the Phoenix Suns was amazing. The way he started drawing plays off for him and everything. He wasn't an offensive player when he came to the league. He's supposed to be drafted by Philadelphia. His mom's worked over there and they traded him or whatever it was. They could have had Drew Holiday and Mikal Bridges. That's crazy. But he's turned out to be way better than what was one star. He been to a finals. Huge part of that is looking
Iron Man. Iron Man. The dude doesn't miss games. He doesn't miss work. The dude plays, right? Y'all can go back in the archives. I was the one screaming at Fabian Allball and our brother Don that I thought Mikal Bridges would be an all-star this year. Do you remember that? I was singing at the beginning of the season. I said, "Yo, Mikal Bridges is going to be an all-star this year." That didn't happen due to Brooklyn just not being a really good team this year. But Mikal played 79 games, 80 games. What did he do this year? It was about 20 points a night. I know he played over 75.
He played 82 games.
Shit, Jesus Christ, and started all 82, right? Yep. Like I just said, an Iron Man always shows up for work.
4th time in his career, he's played in 82 games or more. He played 83 the year he got traded from Phoenix to Brooklyn.
Right.
Which is kind of dope. But he makes the most sense in the trade. I just want to entice the folks with the best contract available, maybe the best defender on the perimeter in the league. Him just, you know how I feel. It's like having Reggie White and Strahan on one end, on the other end. That's how it feels to me when you have 2 guys like OG and Herb Jones, and then you figure it out after that, because that's what Boston is. That's what the Timberwolves are, but they don't have Thibodeau. I want to give Thibodeau as much ammo as possible because he's gonna have a 7-man rotation and piss me off every playoffs. Anyway, that was pretty much it. Herb Jones is available with the best contract, I think. You got to make him available. See what they want for him.
Hey man, if David Griffin don't want to lose his job, he ain't gonna get rid of that dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, bro? If he wants to keep his job, he is not gonna get rid of that dude.
You build around Zion and him.
Yes. I think BI becomes available this summer or before the trade deadline. I think BI. I can't call where I see BI right now. I probably have to think about that for a second. Couple teams come to mind right now. OKC, first team that comes to mind. If they can trade for BI and sign Isaiah Hartenstein, I think that's a great summer for OKC. Great summer for them.
We do. I'm looking more at some of the draft picks. We're gonna get into that later on this week.
Yeah. So be on the lookout for that, y'all. We want to do a full breakdown of what we potentially are going to do with that 24th and 25th pick. We really got into Zach Edey the other day. I'm interested, Fabian. We'll talk more about this offline, but I definitely want to. The way we did the deep dive on Zach Edey, I do want to do a deep dive on Ryan Dunn. I've been doing some more work, just more research, more film watching. Just want to familiarize myself with that kid. So I think we could dive into that. Another kid that's really impressing me is Jalen Green's little brother, AJ Johnson. Whew. Go take a look at that young man, 19-year-old kid, 6'5", about 200 pounds, 205. Lanky, long, like a 7'1" wingspan. Can handle it, plays downhill.
Where's he projected to go?
Well, right now, I haven't seen any projections in terms of what spot he would go in the draft, but he's going through pre-draft workouts. Been watching this kid for a little while now, but definitely watching him. He was he did a post-grad year already, so he didn't go to college, kind of taking the route that his brother took. The Ignite, that G League Ignite thing is not anymore, right? They kind of dissolved that. So he did a post-grad year, not exactly sure where. But that's one kid I think is special, man. I think it's special. I'm not saying the Knicks need to go and get him, but somebody that jumped out on me that I was starting to take a look at while looking at Ryan Dunn and Zach Edey.
Yeah, I definitely got some things to say about Ryan Dunn. Are we live?
Big Flea, never the little one.
All Ball TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.